If you found your way to this video, you're probably an entry-level or mid-level career professional wondering, well, what do I do next? I've got my first certification. Where do I go from here? My name is Stephanie Lockman-Doucette, and as someone that might be considered a self-professed certification junkie, it's my pleasure to share with you my personal perspective on additional certifications that can add value to you. When I planned this series, I had intended to do 3 episodes, but as I got to filming this episode, I realized that I really needed to add a 4th. In this episode, we're going to address some of those additional certifications that you may wish to consider. In the next episode, we're going to talk about how do you acquire and maintain multiple certifications while retaining your sanity, because it does take a little bit of crazy to do multiple certifications. When you decided to get certified, whether through IIBA or PMI, you signed up for lifelong learning. And in my opinion, what better way to leverage all of those additional courses and learning activities that you have pursued than by getting additional certifications? Now, there are 3 avenues in which you can pursue your learning. You can get a deeper knowledge of business analysis. You can also increase the depth of your capabilities by expanding into related domains. And of course, there's always getting deeper into that technology, because as a business analyst, you're often dealing with technical professionals, and supplementing your business analysis skills with a little bit of technical understanding will help you have more credibility when you're in conversations with the development team or with your client. Over the course of my career, I have collected a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, and 7 certifications. And I know it sounds like a little bit much, but I hate to be turned away from an opportunity because I don't have the correct certification. That's the primary motivator why I have attained so many certifications. But the other nuance to all of that is I've selected certifications that are relevant to the market, and I've selected certifications that are of personal interest to me. Now, before we get going, I'm not suggesting that everybody needs additional certifications. It is important that you look at the market as well as your personal situation to figure out if it is something that will bring value to you and your future employer. So let's get going. Let's start discussing all those different types of certification. The first thing you may be able to do is develop a deeper knowledge and understanding of business analysis. If you started your career at the ECBA or the CCBA level, keep growing up that ladder and work your way towards the CBAP certification. If you have a PBA certification from PMI, I also suggest you pursuing the CBAP certification. In the last couple of years, IIBA has introduced 3 additional certifications to facilitate deeper learning in business analysis. They've introduced the Agile certificate, as well as a business data analyst certificate and a cybersecurity certificate. Many business analysts pursue certification in project management. After all, there is a great affinity between those 2 disciplines. And you'll find that when you're working on a project, you may be asked to prepare a schedule or prepare a budget or assist the project manager. Hey, you may even be asked to manage a project. There's a growing recognition that that hybrid skill set of business analysis and project management is really valuable. Hey, it's a 2-for-1 for employers. Why not get someone that can do both? Now, if we look at certifications in the project management space, there's really 2 bodies that are worth investigating: the Project Management Institute and Excelos. Both of them have certification in project management, portfolio management, and related disciplines. There's one point to note about the difference in approach between PMI and Excelos. If you look at the PMI column, you'll notice that each of their certifications for each of their different subject matters, there's really just the one certification, with the exception of the basic project management certification, which has a certified associate in project management as well as the project management professional. In North America, the PMP certification really is the gold standard, although there is a growing acceptance of the Prince 2 certification. If you look at the Excelos, you'll realize that most of their certifications come available in both a foundation level and a practitioner level. Another certification that's very hot these days is Agile certification, and it comes in a number of different flavors. Whether you're interested in Agile analysis or Agile leadership and management, or if you're a little bit more into the Scrum methodology, the Kanban methodology. As you may be aware, Scrum methodology is really designed for teams that are about 7 to 10 people in size, And most of us work with teams that are much larger. So the scaled Agile methodology may be appropriate for you if you are working in that Agile in a large environment. Now, if you're interested in understanding about general Agile methodologies and general Agile management, take a look at the organizations that are in the chart. If you're interested in Scrum and Kanban methodologies, there's lots of certifications for you to pursue. We've got different certifications for all the different team players, and once again, some of them are available with multiple levels of certification. Scaled Agile Framework has a whole set of certifications purely dedicated to their methodology. Scrum.org also has some certifications. Many business analysts that are working in the IT operations space will find value in pairing their business analysis certification with IT service management. The related certification is known as ITIL. That set of certifications is managed by Excelos, and it's available in 4 different levels. Analytics and data science is another hot space. In the general analytics space, there's a couple certifications you may wish to consider. Of course, there's the PMI-PBA certificate, and then there's the CBIP certificate provided by TDWI. If you're looking for something a little bit more specific to data science, there are a few other certifications which you may consider. Those certifications come in varieties of both vendor neutral as well as vendor specific. There's 3 different organizations that are offering certifications as a general data scientist, and there's multitude of vendor specific certifications related to their specific technology and how they're applying it in the data science space. Now, if you're going to be spending some time with data science, you may want to get involved with understanding data management, how the data is governed, how it's structured, all the different elements with supporting the whole data lifecycle. If that's of curiosity to you, then consider looking at the certification provided by DAMA, the Certified Data Management Professional. If cybersecurity is of interest to you, there's 3 organizations that you may want to look at. Of course, PMI-PBA has their certification, Excelos has a certification, and ASACA also has certifications. There's differences between those 3 organizations, so take a look at the details and figure out which one's right for you. Process reengineering is another area which many business analysts find a very close affinity to, because it really is just focusing on one of those key domains that you learned when you were taking your initial certification. In the process engineering space, you can choose to understand specific methodologies or general methodologies. Both are acceptable depending upon your preference. In the general process engineering space, there's 2 organizations that you may wish to consider: the Business Process Management Institute and the Association of Business Process Management Professionals. In the process specific space, there's Six Sigma and Lean. Recently, I've noticed a blending of the certifications, and some organizations are offering certifications in Lean and Six Sigma. If you really want to focus on business architecture, you may wish to consider certifications provided by the Business Architecture Guild. Enterprise architecture is another exciting space because it is an actual blend of understanding your business architecture, your application architecture, your data architecture, and your technology architecture. It's all 4 levels, thus making sure that the entire enterprise stack of architectures is working together in a nice collaborative fashion. In the enterprise architecture space, there's really just one certification, and that's the TOGAF certification, supported by the Open Group. Now, packaging this all up is IT governance. If you'd rather not focus on specific elements, perhaps general IT governance is something of value to you. Now, ASACA is the organization that has provided many certifications in IT governance, whether it's data governance or cybersecurity or general governance. If you come at business analysis from an accounting designation, if you have a CPA, a CGA, a CMA, or a CA, you may find value in becoming a certified management consultant. Now, as I've mentioned before, you can pursue breadth, depth, or technical certifications. I've mentioned a few technical certifications already in this presentation. There's many, many more you can consider. So take a look at the market around you, take a look at the industry in which you're practicing, figuring out if there's technical certifications that may be helpful for you. Related to that are general industry certifications that may be helpful for you. Perhaps you're working in the banking space, in healthcare, in insurance, in real estate. Look at the industries that you're targeting. Figure out if there's certifications that are specific to that industry. So there you have it. Today I've given you a very, very broad smattering of additional certifications that you may wish to consider to supplement your business analysis certification. Pick and choose those certifications that will provide value to yourself and to the employer. It's been my pleasure to prepare this series on certifications. I hope it's given you a little bit of insight into that maze that is certifications and which direction you should pursue. My name is Stephanie Lockman-Doucette, and this is Projerra, Practical Perspectives in IT Project Management and Business Analysis.